Just came out that JP Mortgage will be acquiring $1 billion worth of single-family homes in the United States. What does that mean to the average American? So before we get into how this impacts your average American, I think it's important to note that this country has been built on the idea of giving your average American the opportunity for that American dream. Now, a lot of times this American dream was the idea of being able to own your own single family home. And that hasn't been true for a while. That hasn't been true for a couple of decades. In November of 2021, a recent report came out just really detailing what the numbers are and how inflation versus income is seen. So since 1965, there's been an inflation of 118% increase. That's really increasing the cost of living in the United States by 118%. However, on the flip side of that, the increase in income since 1965 has only been 15%. That's a pretty big difference. To give you an idea of what that looks like, I have my whiteboard, and I'm going to talk about this a little bit. So, okay, let's start with kind of your basic number of $15 an hour. So let's assume someone is making $15 an hour, right? And if we want to talk about this idea of inflation, and if inflation is at 118%, if there was this drastic move of trying to keep up with inflation, then we would want to increase income by 100, let's say 20%. Now, what's 120% of 15? That's $18, excuse me, crazy $18 more. So $18 more plus the 15. So it's not that the hourly rate goes to 18, it's that it increases by $18. So that means that you'd have to earn $33 an hour more in order to upkeep with the current inflation rate of 118%. Is that going to happen anytime soon? I don't think so. So basically this means that if the government were to do an aggressive move in trying to increase the income to meet inflation and where it is now, it would have to be 120%. Or close to it, and that's $33 an hour. So going from $15 to $33 an hour, and 15 is not even the minimum wage right now. 15 was just a number I threw out there, but that's pretty difficult or impossible to do. So that said, there's a trend that's happening that these big corporations are realizing is that folks are going to be forced to rent. And so the market is going to be where rentals are, and they're taking the opportunity and seeing like, hey, you know what, we got to pick up these single family homes and become landlords. Now you're probably not going to see what that looks like, and you're not going to know it's JP Morgan that's actually renting a house to you, because there's going to be a ton of companies that they're going to create, and they're going to be property management companies, and you have JP Morgan as one of the multi-billion corporations that's going to rent to you. So yeah, that's the world we live in. Thanks for watching.